I'm finally about to go see Alien Romulus. Here's my current ranking of all the Alien movies that I've seen so far in the franchise. And I'll be right back to tell you what I think about the film and where it ranks among the other ones in the franchise. I'm now back home after seeing Alien Romulus. Here are my thoughts. Now, I can confidently say this is an awesome movie. It has some awesome moments, some awesome looking moments, and really fits into the whole template of what an Alien movie is. Now, I will say this movie is not perfect. I do have some gripes with it, but first I want to talk about the positives. One big positive for me was the character of Andy. Seeing the way that he acted out both versions of Andy in this film, I thought was very well done. And he just overall was the heart and soul of the film. I thought the character of Rain was also very good. Priscilla Presley herself did a very good job in this role. Anytime there's a badass woman carrying a big old futuristic gun, running down a little spaceship hallway, getting ready to fight some aliens, I'm ready for a good time. But like I said earlier, this movie is also very, very visually pleasing. Whether it's the xenomorph blood just flowing through the air as they turn off the gravity, or it's the shot of the Romulus and the Remus falling into the ring, and countless other awesome shots, that just made this movie so much better for me. And like its predecessors, this film does a great job of building tension that leads into a big jump scare. I know a lot of people were talking about some really big jump scares. I personally didn't have any big guttural reactions from them, but I know there were two that I'm thinking of that were some pretty decent jump scares. And one more really big positive for me was how almost perfect and seamlessly the technology in this film matched up with the original Alien. One thing that really drives me nuts about sequels or prequels that are made many years after the original is that the technology typically looks so much more advanced than it should be in that universe. Like the movie Prometheus, for example, the technology seems so much more advanced than it did in the 1979 original Alien. So the look and the feel of the ships and the technology I thought fit perfectly with the timeline of how the 1979 Alien technology looked. Now here are a few gripes that I have with this film. Now this film has been getting a lot of praise, but for me there were just two things that I just really couldn't get behind. And one of them is the other synthetic in the film, Rook. This one is just the same model as a synthetic from Alien. And the thing that drove me nuts about this is that you can include someone like this. If you have to use CGI, do it, but make it look good. I just thought the CG looked really bad on this character, whether it was, a deep fake on a different actor, or if it was like a puppet with extra CG on it. I just think it didn't look that good. I think a different route they could have gone was maybe just cast an actual actor to be in that role wearing the same outfit, but they could still have it be connected to that original synthetic somehow. Or hell, we could just get really crazy and should have just casted Michael Fassbender. Why not? And another thing I didn't really like about this film was the big bad alien at the end. It looked really big, creepy, and intimidating, but sometimes you just can't go wrong with using a xenomorph. I know people are constantly looking for the next thing, trying to change, trying to evolve, but I just didn't really like that design of the character. I didn't like the direction that the film went by having that be the big bad rather than some kind of xenomorph or something. But hey, I could be alone on that ship, but all I know is that when I saw that creature, I wasn't really sold on it, and it kind of took me out of the end of the movie. Now, other than that, I had a blast with this film, but let's see where it winds up compared to the other Alien films that I've seen. Pretty clearly, this is the last place film for me. It's kind of not really involved in the canon anymore with this Alien timeline. And even though it had some pretty epic moments, I was just watching this like, this is just a really bad movie. And it's PG-13, which drove me insane. The only one in either franchise that's PG-13. It really held it back. I know they were probably going for a wider audience, but in the final product, it just didn't work for me. Second to last, I have Prometheus. I know there are a lot of people out there saying this film was very, very good, but I seriously cannot stand this film. The film could have just served better as not an Alien movie. Waiting until the very end to show me the one thing I'm waiting to see when I watch an Alien movie really just rubbed me the wrong way. Now, there are some bigger messages and bigger things they're trying to tackle in this. I understand that, but I just couldn't get behind it. Michael Fassbender is awesome, but just couldn't really get behind this film. Now, granted, this film right here, which I like better than Prometheus, makes Prometheus better because it carries on the story of David. And I thought that's a very interesting character. Behind Sigourney Weaver's character is probably my favorite character in the entire franchise. But I like this better because this is what I want in an Alien film. I want to actually see the aliens. I want to see the chest bursters. I want to see them messing stuff up. Quick, right back to Prometheus. I didn't mention this, but the surgery scene, one of the best scenes in the entire franchise. But back to this one, quite frankly, it's higher up because we actually get to see the aliens. And that's what I want to see in an Alien movie. And at the number 3 spot, it's pretty clearly that Alien Romulus is going to be in that spot. I like it more than Covenant, like it more than Prometheus, clearly like it better than Alien vs. Predator, but I just don't think that it beats out the first 2 iterations of this franchise that we got to see.
And at the second spot, I have Aliens. The more I think about this film, the more I like it. I really need to rewatch it because after rewatching my number one spot, I liked it significantly better. But this one is just completely different pace. It's a lot more of an action film. We get to see so many more aliens, which I love seeing. But nothing in this franchise is going to beat the original. From start to finish, it's just one of the best sci-fi films of all time. It's even up there as a great horror film because it builds a lot of tension. It has a lot of incredible moments. And it establishes a franchise that is still going on today. So you got to give some love to this film. And in this, and Alien, Sigourney Weaver is incredible. But that's my overall thought on the Alien franchise that I've seen and Alien Romulus. I know there's still a few Alien films I still haven't seen. Do I need to check those out? I kind of skipped them because I've heard they're notoriously bad, especially Alien vs. Predator 2. So what did you think about Alien Romulus, and what are your favorite films from the Alien franchise?